Russia says F-16 jets in Ukraine will be seen as nuclear threat.
Here's a summary of the article.
Russia will regard Western F-16 fighter jets sent to Ukraine as a nuclear threat because of their capacity to carry atomic weapons, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said on Thursday. Modern warplanes have been at the forefront of Kyiv's demands for military aid from its Western allies as it fights back against Russia's offensive. Lavrov spoke of a U.S. plan to transfer F-16s to Ukraine, although Washington has not given the go-ahead for any country to supply them. Russia cannot ignore the ability of these aircraft to carry nuclear weapons. No amount of assurances will help here, Lavrov was quoted as saying by the Russian Foreign Ministry. In the course of combat operations, our servicemen are not going to sort out whether each particular aircraft of this type is equipped to deliver nuclear weapons or not. We will regard the very fact that the Ukrainian armed forces have such systems as a threat from the West in the nuclear sphere. The Netherlands and Denmark are leading a plan to train Ukrainian pilots on using the US-made aircraft as part of an 11-nation coalition.
This post received a score of 16,000, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Artillery shells, greater than nukes HIMARS, greater than nukes tanks, greater than nukes Storm Shadow, greater than nukes F-16, greater than nukes. It's getting really stale. They just try to break the resolve of countries, try scaring them. In reality they won't do anything. They know that any help sent fucks them over, especially since any jet they lose they can't readily replace. Get fucked Russia.
Undercooked fish, greater than believe it or not nukes. Overcooked chicken, greater than also nukes.
Indigestion and diarrhea? You guessed it, nukes. Rip your toilet.
That's what this war is really about. Russians be looting them toilets.
The Russian dream is to steal a toilet and die. Volodymyr Zelensky.
If this war has given us nothing else, it's at least brought this gem of a man to the world's attention.
And he is truly a wonderful leader for Ukraine.
And started as a comedian. Who else to be at the helm of this shit show? I respect the guy a lot. He literally goes to the front lines of the Ukrainian defense against Russian invaders, while Putin hides in his Bacta tank or whatever's keeping him alive. Even his body doubles barely go out in public.
Russia cannot ignore the ability of these aircraft to carry nuclear weapons. No amount of assurances will help here, Lavrov was quoted as saying by the Russian Foreign Ministry. But if they don't have any nukes, how does this make sense?
Greater than how does this make sense? It's pretty much the standard Russian line in the sand that gets trotted out for every new set of Western equipment given to Ukraine.
The line must be drawn here, there, everywhere. Much like the value of the Russian currency, the ruble. The Roy Kent of lines.
The ruble is here, it's there, it's every fucking where.
Roy Kent. Roy Kent.
Fuck.
Whistle.
Ukrainian MiG-29s can also carry nuclear warheads. What about them?
And any F-16 provided to Ukraine would not be capable of carrying them. There is zero chance an F-16 with the hardware required would be handed over to a non-NATO nation. Access to capable aircraft are even strictly controlled within NATO. Most NATO aircraft are not able to carry nuclear weapons, and it is seen as a special role.
The planes would also have a hell of a time carrying nuclear weapons without, actually possessing nuclear weapons.
Cool. Maybe just fuck off back to your dump of a country then?
Just mind your own fucking business in your shit country. I have a former Russian friend that's been spamming social media with a bunch of Russian pride, and I finally asked why he was getting a free PhD in the US instead of going back to his shit country to fight. As I've said before, I generally have no qualms with Russian people. Mine are with the Kremlin. He said, "What is my choice? It's go to war, or go to jail."
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.